One of the highlights of the Haggadah is the four sons. And it's very interesting to look at different Haggadot and see the drawings that they use to depict the four sons. In this particular Haggadah, the wicked son, the Rasha, is lighting his cigarette or cigar from the candles of the menorah. And the different expressions of the four children represent their state. The question is, when the Haggadah introduces the four sons, it says, Echad Chacham, one is wise, one is wicked, one is simple, and one doesn't even know how to ask a question. And the parents have to address each and every child at the Seder table. And the question is, why didn't the Haggadah just say, there are four children? The wise, the wicked, the simple, and the one who can't ask a question. Why before each child does it say, Echad, one is wise, one is wicked, one is simple, and one cannot ask a question? And the Lubavitch Rebbe gives a beautiful answer. The Rebbe says that when you look at your children, whichever child you're standing before, whichever child you're addressing, whatever children you have, and we all have all different types of children, like the four children of the Haggadah, our children are diverse and different. We have to remember the most important thing about each child, that each child is not just our child, but a child of God. Echad, the one God, created this child. And this child is a reflection of God, has the image of God, the soul of man, the oneness of Hashem in him, which is the neshama, which is in each and every boy and girl, every single child. And the job of the parent is to draw out the godly soul, the neshama, the oneness, the connectivity to God and to others that the child possesses. And whatever child you have, be it wise or wicked, simple who doesn't know how to ask a question, remember the echad, the oneness that they possess, and never give up on your children, never lose hope. Always continue to inspire and educate your children, because ultimately the soul will prevail over whatever the exterior facade may be. You know, the light bulb behind me is shining brightly. Of course, that was an invention of Thomas Edison. There's a story told when Thomas Edison was a young boy of 9 years old. He came home one day and handed his mother a note that his teacher had sent home with him in a sealed envelope. The mother of Thomas Edison opened the note and began to cry. And little Thomas said, "Is everything okay?" And his mother said, "Yes, I'm crying tears of joy. Your teacher sent me a note saying that you're so bright, you're so advanced, you're so gifted, that you deserve a special private tutor to teach you because you're way advanced than the rest of the class, and it's a waste of your talents to sit in a classroom with kids who don't share your brilliance." And sure enough, the next day she did not send little Thomas back to school. She hired a tutor to teach him from there on. And of course he became one of the greatest inventors, inventing many things, but most famously the light bulb. Well, after Thomas's mother died, he was a grown man, he was going through her apartment and cleaning up, and he discovered that note that the teacher had sent home to him that day. He opened the note and he began to cry, because the note said, "Dear Mrs. Edison, I'm sorry to tell you this. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but your son has learning disabilities. He has challenges. He cannot keep up with the rest of the class. He's just simply too slow, and he's wasting his time here. You need to get a special tutor to teach him at his pace. Please don't send your son back to school." But his mother refused to believe the words of the teacher. She told her son, "You're full of promise, you're full of potential." And because she believed in him, she believed in his greatness, sure enough, she was able to draw out that greatness. Echad, each child is a child not only of us, but a child of God. God created that child with a unique, special purpose and mission. We as parents are tasked with drawing out, with developing, with cultivating and nurturing the oneness, the soul of our children.